Trust the process. Trust the process. We've been hearing that for years. Through a 26-game losing streak, an 0-17 start, and then a 28-game losing streak. How's it going, guys? It's Chris, and today I'm talking about the Philadelphia 76ers. In my last video, I talked about the most dysfunctional team in the NBA, the New York Knicks, and now I'm talking about one of the most forward-thinking in the NBA. The 76ers finished the 2016-17 season with a 28-54 record. And while that is definitely not a good record, the second worst in the East in fact, it is an 18-win improvement from the 2015-16 season, and that was without Ben Simmons and only having Joel Embiid for 31 games. But let's get to this offseason. And this offseason got off to a fast start, first with a trade with the Boston Celtics. The 76ers traded the 2018 Lakers pick, if it lands 2 through 5, or the 2019 Kings first round pick, as well as the third pick in the 2017 draft for the first pick in the 2017 draft, which turned into Markelle Fultz, the highest ranked prospect in the draft, and a player that according to analysts has the ability to turn into an NBA star. And while I may be a Celtics fan, and it will take years for us to see who actually won this trade, Fultz could be plagued with injuries like Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons have been, or he could be a star or a superstar. Like many, I think it could go either way, but there is a very real possibility that the 76ers preyed on Danny Ainge's unwavering love of draft picks and ended up scooping an NBA star out from underneath the Celtics' nose. From the draft, let's move into actual free agency. For a team with an amazing cap situation, literally one of the best in the league, they didn't make any huge moves during this free agency, which is probably for the best. As a team with the youngest roster in the league, they will need time to mature. Picking up Gordon Hayward or trading for Paul George would do nothing but waste away the prime years of one of those players, and potentially cost young assets that the 76ers need to grow. But they did make great moves this offseason without hurting an all-star's career. First off, they picked up the team option for Robert Covington, a young player who seems like he has some untapped potential and will be a good young piece to work with Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and Markelle Fultz. While I don't think he will ever become a superstar, he's a good young role player to pair with the young core they're establishing in Philly. After that, they went out and got some talented veterans to pair with the youngest locker room in the league. Their best pickup, in my opinion, was JJ Redick from the Los Angeles Clippers. They signed him to a one-year, $23 million contract. He was a veteran leader on the Los Angeles Clippers who were in playoff contention every year he was with them. So he has valuable veteran knowledge for this team that won't be winning any championships while the Warriors are around, are young enough that they can outlast them, and even this year they will be in playoff contention in the East. So JJ Redick should be a valuable addition to this locker room, and they're only on the hook for his contract for 1 year, so they will have a large amount of cap space for this coming year, some of which they will have to use on Joel Embiid's contract extension, but they will still be better off than most teams in the league. And they will hopefully have some playoff experience under their belt. Philly is becoming a more and more desirable free agent destination. Another key free agent pickup was Amir Johnson from the Boston Celtics. As I've stated before, I'm a Celtics fan, and Amir Johnson was never my favorite, but he is a veteran big man who always puts his team first. During the playoffs, he was benched by Brad Stevens, and never once complained to the media, and just like Redick, he was signed to a one-year contract worth $11 million, so they won't be on the hook for long with him either. Overall, this offseason, the 76ers have picked up some veterans to mentor the youngest locker room in the league, which should help this team become a contender in the years to come. And they won't be on the hook for those contracts after this year, so they can pay Joel what he's worth. The only remaining issue I see on the horizon for the 76ers is injuries. Joel Embiid is an amazing player, who after all of these injuries is beginning to remind me of Greg Oden. But only time will tell, and I very much hope that Embiid can remain healthy this year because he's an exciting player to watch. I'm doing a free agency review for all 30 teams, all 6 divisions, the East and the West, so after I finish all the teams in the Atlantic Division, I'm going to do a video about the Atlantic Division and try to predict the winner of the division and all the teams' records, so subscribe if you want that. Anyway guys, what did you think of the 76ers offseason? I'd love to know, put your thoughts in the comments below, and please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter @UncontestedHQ. See you guys.